What happens to the core of our human value when raw intelligence becomes a mere commodity available on demand? This visualization highlights a projection from the Boston Consulting Group. Within the next 3 years, 50 to 55% of the U.S. workforce will see their roles reshaped by AI. During the agricultural and industrial revolutions, we built machinery to replace physical human exertion. The information age digitized our records, turning filing cabinets into servers. But the current wave of artificial intelligence is targeting a different layer of labor entirely. We are mechanizing cognition. Algorithms can now ingest vast datasets, identify hidden patterns, and execute structured, repeatable workflows with an accuracy and speed that humans cannot match. Because of this capability, entire categories of white-collar work, such as administrative processing, routine data synthesis, and standard customer support, face direct substitution. If silicon handles the execution and daily thinking that used to fill a standard 40-hour week, we are forced to find a new source of professional value. Rather than being removed from the process, workers are entering what engineers call the human-in-the-loop model. The employee is elevated from a manual processor to a manager of automated systems. Instead of writing a first draft or building a spreadsheet cell by cell, an individual now oversees an AI agent as it performs the raw execution. While an algorithm strictly follows rules and statistical probabilities, human supervisors step in to navigate ethical nuances, resolve ambiguous edge cases, and ensure the output aligns with broader business goals. This chart illustrates a recent finding from PwC. Entry-level roles exposed to AI are now 7 times more likely to require skills traditionally reserved for senior management, such as leadership and complex judgment. Professional growth no longer depends on grinding through administrative backlog. Value is now generated by a worker's capacity to orchestrate and manage non-human intelligence. For organizations, this model yields clear macroeconomic victories. Smaller, leaner teams can generate higher output and accelerate product innovation. At the individual level, however, the rapid restructuring of daily routines generates distinct friction and anxiety over job security. Recent studies exploring counterproductive work behaviors highlight the psychological toll of replacing human-to-human collaboration with employee-to-AI interaction. Interacting primarily with an interface rather than a colleague induces emotional fatigue. Artificial intelligence cannot provide the authentic social connection or empathetic feedback required by human biology. Without an intentional effort by organizations to foster genuine leadership and peer connection, the modern workplace risks creating a state of profound psychological isolation. For decades, the standard corporate apprenticeship model required junior employees to learn their trade by executing repetitive, low-level tasks. That pipeline is largely obsolete. Success now demands what researchers call pre-industrial skills, competencies like interpersonal communication, creative intuition, and deep empathy. The most viable strategy for modern workers is to aggressively delegate the execution layer to AI tools, reserving their own cognitive energy for high-level strategy and building stakeholder relationships. As NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang and other industry leaders have observed, you are unlikely to lose your job to an AI. You are highly likely to lose it to another human who has mastered using AI. The surest defense against an automated labor market is to lean heavily into the messy, uncodifiable human traits that machines are unable to simulate. Looking 10 years ahead, the corporate ecosystem trends toward a highly personalized, remote-first environment, driven by ubiquitous digital assistants and autonomous business operations. This landscape will be populated by new career categories: human AI workflow designers, expert prompt engineers, and ethical AI auditors. This technology is rewriting the definition of professional work. The resulting economy relies on symbiosis, systematically outperforming both human-only and machine-only enterprises in favor of pure augmentation. In an era where machine intelligence is an abundant commodity, the single most valuable professional asset is a human being's capacity to adapt and evolve.